Hi, I'm Monica McCarthy with HomeSmart Preferred Realty in Salida, and I'm here with Jess Fisher from PeakView Mortgage, also in Salida. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about home prices and the current interest rates today. So to recap, right now we're at the end of September 2023, and rates were at historic lows a few years ago. Up until about a year ago, they've been slowly creeping up. And so they've been at a higher rate for the last year or so, right? Yeah. Right now in the Chaffee County area, we're seeing, and really nationwide, we're seeing houses sit on the market a little bit longer, and prices are balancing out. They're starting to level out. They're not plummeting down, and we're not seeing any signs of them plummeting down at this point. So this is the market that we're living in, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about what that means. So today, rates, let's talk about interest rates. Jess, where are we at?
Yeah, interest rates today are hovering around the 7.5 mark right now. Some, it depends on credit score, it depends on how much you're putting down. Sure. For example, those are a couple of things that can impact what rate you get. But yeah, we're in the 7.5 mark right about now. Okay. And it's predicted that by the spring of next year that rates will start to come down.
Okay, that's good news.
That is good news. However, I do think that that's going to create, yes, that'll bring more homes on the market, because right now we've been on a little bit of a supply crunch.
We have.
But also I think that's going to increase demand as well too. And historically nationwide and in Chaffee County, we don't have enough homes to meet demand. Mm-hmm. So I think what's going to end up when the rates drop is we're going to see more competition from buyers coming in.
So probably the multiple offer situations that we were seeing last year and the year before. Yep. Okay. So if you remember that craziness, buyers, not fun in a buyer situation, right? To write those offers same day and start doing highest and best and all of that. So So what do you think then for buyers now who are thinking of buying perhaps by the end of this year or even through the winter?
I think buyers now, if they are able to afford a home, that they go ahead and purchase that home and then refinance when rates come down. Okay. That way they're not in that super competitive market. It's kind of still competitive.
It is. It
can
be.
I think the competition is going to increase if rates come down. And so then that way you're in your home, a home that works for you, that you can afford, and then refinance without having to deal with all that competition.
Okay. So you're saying when rates go down, hopefully not the if, right?
Yeah.
Because I think it feels like a gamble for some people,
true.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. Rates are going to come down. I mean, interest rates are just like the stock market. They're going to fluctuate. Sure. And when we look at historic mortgage rates over 40 plus years, we're actually still below that historic. We're kind of that average. We're nearing it though. I think it's 7.7, 7.75. So, we're nosing up close to that now. Mm-hmm. So I think, rates will come down. Who knows when they will come down? Yeah. I've been telling my borrowers that if you're able to be in that home and you're able to afford it, plan on a year or two just to give you that cushion. Yeah. We don't want anybody overstretched or in something that they can't afford, right? That's like the worst situation that you could be in. Of course, yeah. So being able to be comfortable with that payment for a year, maybe 2 years, I think is a safe bet. And if you're comfortable with that, then I say, don't wait for the rate drop. Just go ahead and purchase and then refinance when the rates drop. Okay.
And then in that vein, we're talking about affordability. Because the properties right now are sitting on the market a little bit, there are sellers who want to sell for various reasons quickly. So sellers will often do incentives like paying for closing costs so they can pay down those points, help towards the closing costs for a borrower to buy a house, and that can help with that initial affordability, right? Are you seeing that a bit more as well?
I've been seeing that pretty consistently all year this year. Okay. Yep, and I think it'll continue until the demand...
Until it switches again.
It switches again. So right now, even though it probably doesn't feel like it's a buyer's market for a lot of the people out there that are looking for homes, taking everything and keeping it all in perspective, it really is a buyer's market.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, it's just not maybe as ideal as someone would like, But overall, with having the seller concessions that I'm seeing consistently, that really is. I mean, you really do have some room with homes staying on the market longer. To be able to kind of negotiate some of those, they may not come down a whole lot on the price, but negotiate in other areas to be able to get into that home.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. So if you're thinking of buying, if you're on the fence, talk to Jess or somebody like him to help you get a clear perspective on your finances, right? Is that the first step, you think?
Absolutely. Getting pre-approved is so important. Not only for yourself, so as the borrower, that you understand where you stand and what those costs are going to be, but also it helps the realtor a lot to be able to really hone in and be specific about what is affordable and what you actually want. That way there's no time wasted.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I always have my people before they even look at homes, because you don't want to look at something you can't afford or that's going to stretch you to where you're basically all of your money goes towards your home. That's no fun. So, okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, and have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.